few days ago, I read an article in The Guardian about a woman who feared that her 14-year-old autistic son might kill her one day. Essentially, she has, obviously, an autistic child. She has more than one child, but the autistic child is becoming increasingly more violent the older he gets. And she said, she's small. He's about 6 feet tall. And on more than one occasion, he has really beaten her to the point where she was unable to get up. So the kid has been extremely violent towards her. Now, this is a reality that a lot of people who have autistic family members, particularly, I'm talking about the low functioning, if even functioning at all, autistic people, who can't be held accountable for their actions or for the violence they carried out because they're autistic. There is something wrong with them. There is a malfunction in the brain somewhere. Now, what bothers me is that while ableism is a real thing, there is also a ridiculous trend going on where if somebody has a mental illness, I'm talking specifically in extreme cases, with this young man who can't control his actions and is physically beating his mother pretty severely. A lot of parents express the difficulty of having an autistic child, and that would be very, very difficult. But when they go out and they express it, people turn around and get mad at them. No, you have to feel joy because this is another way of being. Your child is unique. They don't have a disability. And that's completely dismissive of what these people have to go through. Even if they have strong family and community support, there are a lot of situations like this where it is completely destructive to the family. And a lot of people who have this severely autistic children will tell you their whole lives revolve around that child. Everything is centered around how it'll affect that, how it will facilitate taking care of that child. That child is everything. And then turn around and say, oh, you should be happy for this because your child is unique. A disability is not an identity. At least in the sense of an extreme case like here, where someone isn't even capable of understanding the idea of identity. This is a problem that a person has that has a very severe negative consequence on their family. For example, in the case of this woman, she was saying how her other child ends up getting neglected and ends up hating the other child because of the problems that they cause. I mean, these things often, situations like these destroy families. And then you turn around and if they dare express any of the frustration or pain that they go through trying to take care of an autistic child, express that pain, these people turn around and attack them as being ableist. We watch them shout down parents of autistic children who dare talk about how difficult it is to have one and scream at them that they're ableist. And this is another manifestation of that completely ridiculous identity politics that I've been warning about for about 3 years. This is the severe insanity that it leads to. If someone has a disability, they have a disability. That doesn't mean they're a bad person, but you have to acknowledge that there's a problem there, that there's a difficulty to be overcome. This society is based on people being able to walk. If you cannot walk, you have a disability. It is unfortunate, and I think we should do our best to try to eliminate the problem. Things like stem cell research, etc. That doesn't mean people with disabilities should be marginalized. Of course not. They should be accommodated. But we should also try to solve the problem. What would these people have us do? If we start knowing that people are being born with cancer, we should not do anything to try to prevent the cancer from forming? This is the kind of nonsense. Nobody wants to solve a problem anymore. They want to make an identity out of it. I've said in the past how capitalism perpetuates these identities because because of alienation from everybody else, because we are so individualized by the sheer concept and the social relations behind capitalism, that people invent new identities for themselves. They fall into, subcultures. And now we're seeing a really, really high-end version of that that's turning into every single person has their own unique identity because they're incapable of identifying with everyone around them because capitalism causes alienation. And it's now developed to a point where these people are just shitting on parents who are going through a terrible time trying to deal with a severely autistic child. And that's not right. But then again, why would you have a nuanced, intelligent, scientific approach to something if you could just scream ableism at someone because they said something you don't like that makes you feel bad? And most of these people who are attacking these parents don't have any experience with autism at all. They don't have autistic children. They usually don't even know a severely autistic person. But they're just screaming, oh, you should be happy your child is unique and special. When really, it's just a problem there. And we have to get over this utter insanity of identity politics and start acknowledging that there's an actual problem. Thank you for watching. Want to go ahead, rate, comment, subscribe, and share on various social media. And if you want, you can head over to my Patreon page and show your support. Or you could head over to the MRN bookstore and check out some of the latest books available.